Well, good morning, Steve here, and I want to talk to you today about one of my loves and in fact one of my passions. Yeah, you guessed it, it's tennis. So I'm over here at the St Mark's recreation ground where Swindon Community Tennis is based, and I want to talk to you a bit about my tennis and why I love it. See, tennis for me is not just about winning a match, it's not just about the outdoors. It's a combination of lots of things, and I get part of my inspiration from a book I read a long time ago called Flow. And Flow is from a person by the name of Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, and I've got a piece of paper to tell me how to pronounce his name, because if you see it on the book cover you think, how do I do that? But the book is about flow, and flow is the state we're in when we're optimized. So the challenge is set sufficiently high enough to put us under a bit of pressure, so we keep on learning and improving, but not so high that we get anxious. And so I tend to see tennis as a kind of almost a spiritual thing of continuous improvement. And I do that by, well, trying to improve. I watch videos on YouTube, I come to the facilities here, I have a ball machine, and I set the balls up against me and hit them. Now, part of the problem with tennis is we think we're doing something correctly when in fact we're not, because you can't observe yourself. So for that I use a camera, hence this camera. And what I'm going to do today is set up the ball machine shortly, hit some balls, and then compare the way I hit the balls with some of the better players that I can find on YouTube. There's some quite good coaching on YouTube, in fact. And that way I can look at tweaking things, changing things and so on. So with that said, let's get into a bit of action. Thank you. Now, to help me play better, I also pick up some tips and ideas. I use a device called POP, which is by Babolat, and it's a tennis sensor which you can put on your wrist, as I've done there, which means I can use any racket and it still records. Now, it'll record topspin, slice on backhand and forehand side, volleys, smashes, serves, and gives you a good approximation of what you're doing. Now, I happen to think it has a preoccupation with topspin and power, but it's comparing you with the best players on the tour, so professional players. Now, when we play a match in doubles, for example, or mixed doubles, sometimes we want to place the ball, hit a slower shot because it brings people in or whatever. And so it's not perfect, but it gives me a good guide to see and track my performance. So recommend it really. £70, maybe thereabouts. Probably about half or less than half the price of the best sensor on the market today, which is a Sony that goes at the end of the racket. But I prefer this because it's a part of me. It records the strokes. I upload them to my phone via Bluetooth, and I can see the results. It was quite good fun. Okay, after that little session, I'm now going to synchronise my pop little machine. So here we go. I have Bluetooth set up on my phone, and I'm now going to sync it. Hello again. I'm back home now. I just thought it'd be easy to show you once I've synced up the Babolat POP, which I already have, with my mobile phone. I'm going to show you what the screens look like, because I think it can be quite useful, even if I do believe that it has over-eggs the idea of topspin all the time, because I tend to hit with less topspin, sort of flat, with a bit of topspin. But anyway, I'm going to show you that now, so thank you. Well, here we are. I'm going to show you now this is the activity area dashboard of the app, and I'm going to move it along and show you what happens when you go to training. There we have training. It shows you the top hand, backhand peak scores, and it uses this peak score to tell you how well you're doing or not doing. So let's move on. Here's the training screen, and by cursoring up you can see forehand, backhand. Well, this is a backhand. You can see backhand and forehand. You see that okay? And serve. Serve average speed 50 miles an hour.